to this video series we titled Decoding BSU Admissions, Your Questions Answered. So, ang purpose po ng video na ito is to answer the most common questions we receive from interested applicants to the BSU admission exam. So we have here with us Ma'am Julie A. Buasen. She is the Director of the University Registrar's Office, and we have Sir Ramon Fiangaan, Junior of the Office of Student Services. He is the Vocational Placement Coordinator and the Head of the Testing Unit. So siya po yung in charge doon sa BSU Admission Test. And I am Jenta Bangkura of the University Public Affairs Office. So, before we begin, ikukwento po muna nila yung paano ba yung proseso ng admission sa Benguet State University. Totoo ba na yung mga kamag-anak ng mga empleyado ay sila yung sila yung napaprioritize? So, sasagutin po nila ang admission process ng Benguet State University. So, Ma'am Julie, or
sasagutin ko na ba yung tanong? Okay. So, our college admission had already started last January 27. That was Monday for the online application. So, we have two modes of application, pero hindi po sila sabay. Mauuna po ang ating online application, which started, as I just mentioned, January 27 until February 28. And then we will close the online application. We will proceed with face-to-face application. So applicants who weren't able to apply during the online application will have their face-to-face application starting March 3 until March 21. So the procedure for the online and the face-to-face application is actually posted in our website. It is also posted in the official Facebook page of the Office of the University Registrar and had reached 1,000 shares already. So we hope that this had reached you also. So our interested incoming applicants for the different degree programs in the university. Ano pa bang? The requirements is also posted in our FB page. It is also, when you click actually our application link, so it will show you there in the landing page our application requirements together with the programs offered and the admission policy. So to answer the question of Ma'am Jan a while ago, wala po sa ating admission policy ang nagsasabi na if you are kung ikaw ay anak or ikaw ay kamag-anak,
if you are the dependent,
yeah,
or if you know somebody in the university,
yes, you are prioritizing the application. Wala po yun sa ating admission policy. So we posted the admission policy for transparency and for everybody to read.
So pagkatapos po nilang mag-submit ng kanilang mga requirements for application to the admission test, pupunta na po doon sa office ni Sir Mon?
yes. So after nilang mag-submit ng application documents, whether it's online or walk-in, and just in addition, kung mag-apply sila, they just choose one mode. So kung nag-apply na sila ng online, they don't need to apply again for the walk-in. Pero kung hindi sila nakahabol doon sa online, they can apply during the walk-in period. Pero inuna muna yung online application, and I think it benefits our prospective students who are coming from outside the region, because we have examinees outside the Cordillera region. So siguro it will be beneficial for them to apply online. Pero anybody who have an access to the internet, strong access to the internet, can apply online. So after nilang mag-apply sa Office of the University Registrar, either online or walk-in, their documents will be reviewed and evaluated, and then after the evaluation, they are endorsed for the test. Now, in the test, kung online sila nag-apply, we will give them by email their test permit. In their test permit, nakasulat doon yung kanilang schedule for the admission test. The schedule of our admission tests are on either they will be scheduled on a Saturday or on a Sunday between February and March. Hindi pwedeng mag-appear dito sa university without any test permit. So, kung akala nilang gusto nilang punta na lang sila dito one Saturday, okay, to take the test, and they did not yet apply sa registrar's office, they will not be accommodated kasi we will strictly follow the no test permit, no test policy. Okay? So after that, they look into their test permit, basahin nila kung kailan yung schedule nila, they don't be late, they're not supposed to be late, they come on time, and then they take the test. We are expecting a lot of applicants, and so the results of the test will be released only after all the applicants for admission have taken the admission test, the BSU admission test. So that will be sometime in May. Okay? And then in May, their admission test score together with the grades that they already submitted during the application will be given to our deans and department chairpersons to evaluate and then to select kung sino sa kanila ang most qualified for admission. And sagutin ko na rin kahit hindi mo pa natatanong, I'm quite sure that they're very interested about the coverage of the admission test. So, to the coverage of the admission test, the topics that your teachers discussed in junior high school as well as in senior high school. There is no one particular topic that is the focus. So
general knowledge.
They need to have learned something talaga. Nag-aral sila ng mabuti while they were in grade 7 until grade 12. So lahat ng mga knowledge na na-accumulate, yun ang mini-measure ng admission test. But well, you can already have an impression na baka madali. Madali naman talaga yung tanong, pero syempre, we are selecting the most ready applicant. So those who have the best scores in the test, the admission test scores, plus with the best grades in their grade 11 and grade 12, they are the applicants who have higher chances of being admitted. But meron pang titignan ng mga colleges siguro. Okay? Marami pa silang titignan. So, and I think one of the things na kailangan maintindihan siguro ng applicants, more than the admission test, is the quota for each degree program that we have. Ma'am Julie.
Yes. Okay, so each of our degree programs have actually a quota. So 50 per section, and there are programs with only one section. There are programs with 2 or 3 sections, and that is one thing that we are actually considering. So even if we have thousands of applicants in one program, if the only allowed quota for that program is 200, then definitely we will only be taking in the top 200 for the program. Okay, so that is actually one of the basis for our admission. So yun po ay based on the criteria or the admission policy that we have, that for board program, they should have a GWA of 86 or better, they should have an admission test of 85 or better, and they should have an English, science, and mathematics grade of 86 or better. For non-board programs, they should have an admission test of 85 or better, and a GWA of 80 or better. So, inuulit po natin na hindi porke po na-meet natin yung requirement, no? Because we have to remember that there might be some other applicants who have better GWA than us. So, the usual question to us after the release of the result is, pasok naman yung GWA ko at pasok naman yung admission test score ko, bakit hindi ako nakuha? Mga ganon na tanong. So baka naman out of the number of applicants in the program ay pang 70 po ka, ganon. At 50 lang ang kailangan ng ating program. So, nirarank po natin actually yung ating mga applicants. So, that is one of the consideration actually.
And so they really have to do well.
Yes.
They really have to do well. Well, they don't need to review for anything. I think more than reviewing, I think it's better if they're well prepared for the test. So, well prepared for the test meaning they slept well before the night before the test para hindi sila puyat. And the motivation to take the test, because some might just be forced to take the test and yung mga ganun, they're not really motivated because these things can have an effect on the score later on. Ano? So it's the preparation before taking the admission test, and then of course they have to do their best.
Okay.
Kung na-qualify, very good, very nice.
Okay. So, ang tatanungin ko sana, Sermon, is kung may reviewer ang BSU Admission Test. Pero, well, unlike other schools, di ba, wala pa akong natatanda ang may
BSU 80.
Anyway, kung...
Very special yung test natin. But for our test, it's very, very special. It's really for us.
Yeah.
And so, wala siyang exact reviewer, but yun nga, if you need to review, it's probably for you to go over all your notes since grade 7 in high school, junior and senior high school. So, if they did well during those years, I don't think there's even a need to review. But they just have to really do their best as well.
Okay, so kung may mga follow-up questions pa po kayo about the admission procedure that Ma'am Julie and Sir Ramon have said, please feel free na mag-message po sa aming sa page na ito din po. And we will try to come up with another video series or session to answer those questions. Okay, so magsimula na po tayo. May listahan po kasi ako dito yung mga common na nare-receive namin na questions para minsanan na ang pagsagot. So yung pinaka-common po na una is nag-accept po ba ng transferees ang Benguet State University?
Yes, as to application for admission, we have there in our classification transferees. So marami tayo actually classification dun. We have currently enrolled as grade 12 student is one of the academic classification. By the way, I would like to emphasize this one. The academic classification that we are actually asking in our form and be found here. It says there, currently enrolled grade 12. We have senior high school graduate. These are students who graduated from senior high and never went to any college school. And then we have transferees. We have ALS or PEPT passers. We have high school graduates from the old curriculum, that is school year 2017 and below. So, pagka 2018, they are supposed to be enrolled in senior high school. So, yun yung nasa old curriculum natin. And then we also have second degree takers. So yun po yung academic classifications na tinutukoy natin when it comes to the application for admission at Benguet State University. So we are accepting applications from our transferees.
Siguro i-clarify lang po natin, ma'am, na even if you are applying as a transfer, you still have to take the admission test.
Yes.
Kasi baka sometimes they mean when they asking na pwede po ba ang transferees, they mean na
Diretso. Yes. Pagka transferees kasi, although we encounter that na usually kapag ka-enrollment, nag-walk-in yung transferee at sasabihin, magta-transfer po ako. So, all transferees students who are enrolled in other universities or schools who wanted to take any program from the university should apply for admission, and they will be screened together with all the other applicants in the program. So, sabay-sabay po yung ating screening dyan. So, sumabay po kayo sa application for admission. Do not just come during the enrollment, because definitely we will not entertain you because you did not undergo the application for admission.
parang related po itong susunod na tanong. Allowed po ba mag-cross-enroll sa BSU?
Cross-enrollment is allowed in the university, and these students need not to undergo application for admission. So during the enrollment period of Benguet State University, so if you are coming from another school, definitely sila yung mag-cross-enroll, no? Pwede po kayo mag-cross-enroll dito sa university provided that you have your permit coming from your school and you have to come during our enrollment period. So, ang cross-enrollment po sa university is during the enrollment period. Same through with our students who are going to other schools, we advise them to proceed to the school during the enrollment period of the school. So, hindi po siya anytime.
Okay. Sige po. Next question. Okay, another reminder, pag may follow-up question po kayo, pakisend lang po sa messenger namin. Okay, ito naman po yung isang question, parang related din po sa previous questions, na parang, or just to clarify it out, ano yung exemptions ng admission test? At may mga case po ba na na-exempt ang isang applicant or student sa admission test?
Exempted sila if their test results, if their admission test score is still valid. Ang validity period ng admission test score is 1 year. And so if they're not sure whether, kasi nag-exam sila last year, but for whatever reason, hindi sila nakapagtuloy, and then this time around, they'd like to try enrolling again and see. They just continue with their application. Kung lumabas sa amin na valid pa yung score nila, they will receive a notice na you don't need to take the test anymore because your admission test score is still valid. Pero kung invalid na yung test result nila, ang marireceive nila is a new test permit. It's a new test permit. But I think besides that, wala nang...
Paano kung ipipilit niyang magte-test ulit siya, baka sakaling tumaas ang test score niya, pero valid pa rin yung test score niya nung last?
No, we
Hindi
will
siya
not.
allow.
We will not schedule them. We will not schedule them for that kasi valid pa. So they cannot take the test if they have taken previous tests, especially kung yung admission test score nila from previous school is still valid. From previous testing is still valid. And usually it has a 1-year validity. So kung gusto nilang mag-exam pero valid pa yung test nila, we will not allow them kasi valid pa. So kung valid pa, yun muna ang gamitin. Pero kung hindi na valid, then we will allow for testing, but we will still show yung old score, admission test score, and new admission test score for the colleges to evaluate whether they should be admitted or not.
So, having a vast experience or kahit ano pa man yung natapos mo before in any field will not exempt you from taking the BSU admission test.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Okay,
I
that
think
is clear.
all applicants are required. It's according to the policy of the admission policy of the University of BSU that they need to take the admission test. But the admission test is just one, okay? They also need to have the other. Oo, kasi kahit mataas na mataas yung admission test score mo, kung hindi ka pasok doon sa grade requirement ng board or non-board, the admission test score becomes useless. So dapat they are meeting all the requirements and the criteria for admission. And they have to really do good in all these criteria. So for board program, math, English, and science should have really high grade, more than 86 dapat, hindi lang 86. And for non-board programs, dapat ang general weighted average is 80 or much better. Okay, so the higher, the better.
Okay, next question po. Next question sender. Ang sabi niya, I just want to ask if pwede pa po mag-take ng another entrance exam yung mga hindi pumasa last year.
pwede kung hindi
Hindi
na
pa.
valid yung
Yung test.
admission test score. Oo, kung hindi na valid. Pero kung valid pa, hindi pa pwede.
Or baka ibig niyang sabihin
Mag-apply ulit.
yung hindi siya nakapasa or
Yeah. Kasi kung hindi siya nakapasa,
Last
like
year.
kunya ang requirement ang minimum kasi natin is 85 na admission test score. Let's say last year or previous year or last year, sabihin na lang natin last year, ang admission test score niya was 80. Okay? So, and then we saw that it's still valid, yung 80, hindi pa siya pwedeng mag-take ng admission test ulit. Pero kung invalid na yung admission test score na 80, pwede uli siyang mag-test. Kaya my tip is, kung malalaman niyang valid or invalid, kung hindi siya nakapasa last year, mag-try uli siyang mag-apply ulit this year. And then, most likely, we will give them an email, we'll send an email whether it's valid or invalid. Pero baka kasi, iba na rin kasi ang classification niya, academic classification niya. Kung last year, ang classification niya was grade 12 or currently enrolled senior high school, baka this year,
Transferee na siya.
transferee na ang and it changes a different, parang magkaiba yung set of requirements sa kanila. So, yun ang tignan niya. And then, kunyari, last year, board program yung inapply niya, but this year, non-board ang gusto niyang puntahan, the grades are a little bit different. The grade requirements are a little bit different. So, and siguro na lang, lahat ng nag-exam last year, most likely, i-invalidate ang score nila by March this year. So, they might as well apply if they are still qualified. Anyway, kung valid pa, we will send an email na valid pa. Or kung invalid na, ang marireceive nila ay test permit.
okay.
Or it might be, Ma'am Jen, na yung tanong niya is not only on the test, no? Baka on ay hindi siya nakapasa sa university as a whole. Baka pasado yung test niya, pero na-screen out siya. So, ang naibigay sa kanya ay notice of result. Like, maybe it is a notice of result dahil qualified naman siya sa program or dun sa in-applyan na, kaso nga lang na-screen out siya sa quota. So, baka yun ang tinatanong sender na hindi siya nakapasok sa university, hindi siya nakapasa sa university. So, same with the answer of sermon a while ago, we actually have in the admission policy that your application is still valid if yung academic classification mo nga ay hindi nagbago. So, if you are a senior high school graduate and you did not enter yet college, so ang classification mo pa rin ngayon ay senior high school graduate, you actually have to inform the college where you intend to where you intend to apply. Kung same program pa rin yun, like for example, you applied at the College of Teacher Education under BSED Mathematics last year, pero na-screen out ka, gustong yun pa rin ang kunin. You have to inform actually the college concerned so that we will actually be including again your name. And you have to inform us also. We will be actually including your name and you will be undergoing the same screening. Isasama ka doon sa mga applicants ngayon. That is, if your academic classification did not change. Pero kapag nag-enroll ka na sa ibang school at ang academic classification mo ngayon ay transferee, you have to process another application for admission.
Next, pag nakapasa po ba sa entrance exam, kailangan po bang i-maintain yung grades and average kada sem kahit passing grades okay na po?
Walang okay. In the university, I think this is our term in the OSS.
Yeah.
In the university, you are expected to perform at your best. So, hindi pwedeng pasado
Hindi pwedeng okay na.
So, yes, remember that there are expectations. Ang tawag dyan ay retention policy ang bawat program. At yung retention policy, if you don't meet the retention policy of that program, you might actually not be allowed to continue in your program. So, yung tanong mo, kailangan bang i-maintain na mataas lagi ang grade? Yes! Definitely. At dapat pa nga, actually, ang expectation is, kailangan mong taasan pa. Okay? So, once you are in college, especially in the university in BSU, we are very, very, very serious about the performance of our students. And so, it's really an expectation for you to do well once you are admitted in the university. Hindi pwedeng pasado lang.
Hindi pwedeng.
Hindi pwedeng pasado lang.
Okay ang okay na. Hindi okay ang okay na.
Okay. Hindi pwede ang okay na. Ito naman, question galing sa sa isang siguro anxiety ang fini-face nito kasi what if I don't pass the admission test? Can I still study at Benguet State University even with a general with a GWA above 85%? Will failing the test disqualify me for admission?
Bakit mo naman kasi advance mag-isip, no? Para ano to, na mental telepathy mo na ba ang iyong result ng exam? If your average GWA for now is above 85, sa tingin ko naman na ipapasa mo yung exam. Maliban lang kung talagang
anxious talaga siya.
Oo, na ano.
Dahil sobrang anxious niya, hindi na siya nakapag-isip ng mabuti, bababa talaga yung
test, oo. But with the GWA that you have higher than 85, I think baka naman maipasa mo din yung ating admission test. Tiwala lang ba? Tiwala sa sarili.
Yes. I think, siguro i-point out ko ulit sinabi ko earlier, no? One preparation is really to be motivated, not anxious. So, kung nag-anxiety siya ngayon, dapat is, kailangan niyang magtiwala sa sarili. Start coaching himself or herself na kaya niya to, he will do good. Kasi kung sobrang anxiety din, before the test, baka he will not or she will not be able to perform properly in the test. Kaya, relax muna. Take it as it is. It's not a life and death situation.
Yeah, I agree. So, ito pong susunod na tanong, para medyo magkapareho sa previous na question, pero I think we should still read it kasi para I think ang kailangan nila ngayon is yung assurance na kasi ito, may I ask if there is any alternative way to be accepted in the university if the GWA for transferees is not reached?
Alternative?
I think there is. They get a better GWA. After getting a better GWA,
they can transfer.
I think that's the best alternative for that. But
Tama naman. Oo, because actually if you did not meet the GWA requirement as from our admission criteria, you actually have low chance of being admitted in the university, especially if the program that you applied for is the in-demand or the anong tawag mo doon, sermon? Yung
oversubscribe.
Oh, yan. Oversubscribe na mga programs. So, you actually have a very low chance of being admitted. So, tama yun. You can actually extend another semester maybe and get a better GWA if you want to transfer in the university.
And I think, Ma'am Julie, it's best that we talk about overly subscribed programs and programs that are not popular but they are equally important in the field, in the industry that BSU supports. We have programs very popular to our first year, to our potential students, and these programs, madaming nag-a-apply. But like what Ma'am Julie said, we have a quota for each program. So one program will have too many applicants, but they will only select a very few number of students. Kaya, most likely, most of their applicants will not be accepted. only the best among the applicants will be accepted. So, yun kasi parang it's popular and probably it's yun lang siguro kasi ang alam nilang degree program, ano. Pero we have other degree programs that might lead to the same career after graduation in college. Okay?
Yeah.
That are not very popular. Not very popular because it's very uncommon. Okay? It's quite uncommon. Unique only to BSU. Not all colleges offer that program. Sa atin lang nakikita. And so, they might not have heard about it. So, we posted the different degree programs in our social media pages. I think you can see that in this page as well. Okay, so you can see the posters there. Kung ano yung sikat na alam nyo, you can skip that. Okay? You can skip those. And kung may nakita kayo, it is something interesting or this is the first time you've heard about this course. Maybe you give some time reading it and then see whether, it will lead to the same career in the future. Okay? So, hindi kailangan iisang program lang kasi hindi naman ganun talaga ang kalakaran dito, no, na kung anong natapos mo, yun din ang work na ibibigay ng the chances.
Yeah.
It's the same. No, it's not often the case, but certain degree programs will lead to one kind of career in the future. Okay? Pero those degree programs, some are popular, some are less popular. If you want to be admitted in the university, you choose the less popular. Okay? Because there are more chances of being admitted. Not sure ang admission, okay? It's not sure, pero dahil kokonti ang nag-apply for those degree programs, they have more chances of being of being admitted in the university as compared to our programs who are really quite popular among grade 12 students na basically baka ito lang kasi ang nakikita nila. So, ayan, what are these less popular? Hindi na namin i-mention isa-isa. Pero
Unahin ko na yung aming program. Would like to plug BS Mathematics.
okay? So,
It is actually one of the priority program under Department of Science and Technology, BS in Statistics. So if you want to become a data analyst, you can actually take these programs. We have, siguro kasi baka hindi pa nila alam yung ating mga bagong programs, no?
Oh, yeah.
But we do have the list of the programs posted also on our website, and it's also in our FB page. Like, for example, we actually have Bachelor of Arts in History. We have the newest program under the College of Home Economics and Technology, Bachelor of Science and Food Technology. Bago po yun na program natin at maganda din po actually yun. STEM-based na program.
and of course, yung mga mahilig sa science, we have different sciences here like BS Biology, BS Chemistry, Environmental Science. And sorry, i-plug ko na rin.
Naturals.
I-plug ko na rin ang flagship programs namin dito sa university, okay? So, if you're really for science, okay, we encourage you strongly to take our agriculture related degree programs, okay? So, this is where, the best set of agriculture students and teachers are located here in the Cordillera. So, BS Agriculture, ang mga agriculture based programs natin ay BS Agriculture, BS Agribusiness, BS Forestry, Agricultural and Biosystems Engineering, at saka Development
Communication.
Veterinary Medicine. So, yun. You take those, although
maraming
board
applicants
programs yun. So,
medyo mataas actually ang kanilang cut-off.
Okay, so siguro marami nang nagtatanong out of the discussions why kasi we have to make quota, diba? Why we have to place some quota on admission. I would like to re-echo yung sabi ni President na kailangan din naman nating i-consider yung carrying capacity university.
Yeah. So that we can provide you quality education.
Yes.
We also have to consider the absorptive capacity or the carrying capacity of the university. We consider the resources, our classrooms, our facilities, laboratories, and of course, our faculty who will be teaching. Because in as much as, yes, it is a government, sasabihin nila, government naman, so pwede dapat lahat. Kung saan na kaya ng ating mga facilities, ng ating resources, why not? But for now, we are working based on the carrying capacity of the university.
Siguro, last two questions na lang po is yung paano yung pag-carry po ng mga subjects. Like, itong isang question sender, nag-start na siya ng isang particular degree sa isang university sa Baguio. Tapos, gusto niyang mag-transfer dito. May maki-carry po ba sa subjects na nakuhaan?
Yun po actually ay during the enrollment. The crediting of courses will be done during the enrollment. Of course, it depends actually on the subject that you have taken from the other university. But if you are a transferee and admitted, dapat yun muna ang una ninyong i-hurdle, no? Make sure that you are admitted before we discuss the crediting of courses. So make sure you're admitted in the university. If you're admitted and you have your notice of acceptance to enroll in the university, during the enrollment, we will assess your credentials or your transcript of records, and we will credit whatever can be credited based on the policy of the university. So, meron po tayong sinusunod din na policy ng university sa crediting of subjects. So, we do that during the enrollment.
Okay. Last question po for Sir Ramon. How to apply for scholarships?
Like crediting, the first thing that they need to hurdle is the admission.
Yes.
Ang unang requirement for any scholarship in the university is dapat enrolled. So, kung hindi ka naka-enroll dito, walang scholarship na pwede kang applyan for BSU. So, ang una mo nang isipin is, paano makakapasa
sa university.
admission, and then admission test, and then after admission test, if they are qualified, they are allowed to enroll. Pag nag-enroll na sila dito, they may apply for all the scholarships that are available. Hindi natin masabi ngayon yung exact requirement because bawat scholarship may kanya-kanyang set of requirements. Okay? So, but basic, common to all scholarships na sinusuport ng BSU is dapat naka-enroll muna dito sa university. Okay? May mga scholarships siguro like the DOST scholarship and the 𝐃𝐄𝐿 that you apply for them first to their scholarship program, na-qualify kayo, and then ang isang requirement nyo kasi doon is dapat naka-enroll, mag-enroll sila doon sa program na in-applyan nila. So, for example, math,
May notice of admission.
may notice of admissions na sila, make sure din na pumasa sila ng BS Math dito. Kasi kahit may scholarship na sila ng DOST, kung hindi sila pumasa dito ng BS Math, it won't affect. Pero most likely, kung nakapasa sila ng DOST scholarship, I'm sure that they will hurdle the admission properly. But for all other scholarships, like 𝐃𝐿 scholarships, any private sponsored scholarship, the basic requirement is for them to be enrolled first. Yun ang unang-unang hahanapin. Pag naka-enroll na, magkakaiba. Depende kung ano ang available na scholarship. Kasi kung privately sponsored scholarship, mag-open kami ng around midterm period siguro. Not during the enrollment, but during the midterm period. Just to ease out siguro, ma'am, let's discuss a little bit of the free higher ed kasi baka akala nila that's a different
Kasi yun sana yung itatanong ko. Scholarship, but how does that work when they already have free tuition? Or yung free tuition ba ay lahat talaga ng estudyante?
our 18931 or free higher education is actually applicable to all students who have met the admission policy of the university, and for continuing students who have met the retention policy of the university. So when you are admitted, of course, we make sure that you are qualified based on our admission policy. At again, transparent po tayo sa ating admission policy. Nakapost po yan sa ating website. If you have met all the criteria provided there, then you can actually be a beneficiary of the free higher education, or that is the RA 10931. Pag sinabi nating beneficiary ang isang student, wala pong babayaran ang ating student na papasok sa university. So, libre po ang pag-aaral sa university provided that you have met our admission policy. And I think that is also the reason why we have to do screening, because part of the implementing guideline of the RA 10931 is we should have an institutional admission policy. So, yun po yung rason kung bakit tayo may admission policy. So, pagka-continuing naman si student, so those students who were already admitted in the university in the previous, ang ginagamit natin for them to be able to continue enjoying the free higher education in the university is the retention policy. So, if the student failed to meet the retention policy of the university, they will no longer be a beneficiary of RA 10931.
And now, in addition to that one, any other scholarship over and above 10931, RA 10931, may be applied. So, kung
swerte, no?
Swerte. Dahil masipag kang estudyante at nag-aral ka ng mabuti, okay?
Libre.
So, nakapasok ka sa university, pasado ka sa admission, naka-enroll ka, wala kang binayarang tuition fee, wala kang binayarang miscellaneous fee, and then nag-apply ka ng additional scholarship. Yung scholarship na yon is, it's a money from any of the scholarship sponsor. It can be government, it can be private. So, yung mga government, DOST, DA, CHED, yung mga yan, okay? They will give you your allowance. So, it's for your living expenses. So, hindi mo yan ibabayad sa tuition fee dahil wala kang tuition fee na binayaran. So, that's your allowance for you to be able to really continue doing well as a student, and as a scholar or as a grantee. We have quite a lot, despite na under the free higher education sila, hindi na sila nagbabayad ng tuition and miscellaneous fee, meron pa silang scholarship talaga. Now, we have a lot of students who are like that. Kasi masipag silang mag-aral. Okay?
Okay, so thank you very much po Sir Ramon and Ma'am Julie.
Pwedeng humirit, ma'am.
Sige po.
Kasi, kasi marami kaming na-encounter na sa application for admission at hirap na yung ating admission personnel sa ka-email at kako-correct ng mga maling pinaggagawa ng ating mga applicants. So, we started with the application for admission last Monday. And so far, as of a while ago, before this one, we already have more than 1,500 applicants. But one-third of these applicants ay rejected ang kanilang application for the reason that they did not follow the instruction provided. One very specific reason that they were not able to comply with is the certification of graduation or enrollment. We would like to advise our personnel, our principal or whoever is the authorized personnel in the school where the students are coming from to please follow the form that we provided. It is downloadable. It is in the landing site when you click actually the link for the application for admission. It is also in our Facebook page. You just have to download the form. Pakibasa po ng konti yung instruction na sa taas para hindi po mali-mali yung ating mga fini-fill up na information. And part of the verification that our principal or our school personnel should also be doing is to make sure that the information that the students have placed there is correct. Because most of the, that's why I just emphasized a while ago the academic classification. Ang hinahanap po natin dyan ay kung senior high school graduate kayo, currently enrolled grade 12. Hindi po siya outstanding na academic classification. Hindi rin po siya satisfactory. Hindi po yon ang hinahanap natin dyan sa ating forms. Tapos, ang karamihan pong rason kung bakit rejected yung ating application, yun nga, mali ang Certificate of Enrollment na in-upload nila. They have their own, but we would like to mention that for this application, we have issued actually a BSU form for the application for admission. That is for the Certification of Enrollment and Graduation. Ang isa pa po, si principal o di kaya ay si advisor or whoever is the authorized signatory sign both the Certification of Enrollment and Certification of Graduation. Isa lang po dapat ang pinipirmahan doon. Nakalagay po doon sa ilalim kung saang part ang pipirmahan kapag ang classification ng student based on the academic classification of the student. So please read our form. Let us help our students, or students, please read also our form so that when you submit your application online, it will be confirmed immediately. Because only those with correct information, consistent based on what you have submitted, and those with correct documents that are uploaded in our online application will be confirmed and will be forwarded to the Office of Student Services for the scheduling of test. So kung wala po kayong marireceive na schedule ng test, ibig sabihin, baka hindi namin fino-forward yung inyong details dahil mali ang inyong mga application documents, hindi consistent yung nilagay ninyo doon sa application form, at saka yung in-upload ninyo. Another one is multiple applications. We rejected multiple applications because from the very start, when you click our online application, nakalagay na doon sa pinakauna pa lang na you are only allowed to apply once. If you submit another application, it will render all your applications invalid. So, sana po maintindihan ninyo na kapag ka nagsasubmit kayo ng additional application, dalawang application number na po ang kinuha ninyo. Isa lang dapat per applicant.
Okay, maraming salamat po Sir Ramon and Ma'am Julie for sacrificing 1 hour or more than 1 hour of your time with us para sagutin itong mga questions na naipon natin. I'm sure marami na pong nag-message doon sa aming messenger. So, ang gagawin po namin, iipunin po namin lahat yun. And we will invite po, during, on the next session po, we will invite more university key personnel para sagutin yung mga tanong ninyo. I hope we were able to enlighten or answer most of your questions. See you next series po.